this buzz, it holds me tighter, cause it's dark inside my mind. Hope this liquor turn the lights up, and sometimes I feel like fucking just ditch and say goodbye, but mom and
the 514OnlineMix crib.
I appreciate the opportunity.
How are you?
Okay.
I'm honestly a huge fan of your work. I'm a huge fan of your posts. We're going to get into a little bit about that too. And
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of your songwriting abilities.
Okay.
First, let's get into your music. You have a few collaborations with some singers. Can you mention some of that?
Absolutely. So I did help a good friend of mine, Asari King. He switched his name to Donnie Bray, but he has an album. I did a feature with him. I wrote one of the songs called Miss You More. Crazy talented artist. Also, I've done some tracks with people like Chrome, Ditas, who goes by Fernandez. We had a song called Doses of Hope. Look it up. Fire. But also just like the scene. Like I've been in the scene for a while, so recording with buds and stuff like that. We don't have the tracks out yet, but things are.
Oh, did we hear that? So you're recording with buds? At MakeWay Studios?
Absolutely. So MakeWay's been the vibe for a long time. I've been with MakeWay since they were in a basement, so it's a thing.
That's amazing. So you knew buds for a very long time?
I'd say a good 6-7 years maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta love that. MakeWay's been giving back to a lot of artists. Actually, that's where it started from me. So shout out to Buds. You do a lot for the city. We love you, man. And shout out to MakeWay Studios. They're doing big things. One of the biggest studios we ever seen, honestly. So we love them. We love what they're doing for Montreal. And you're actually on the picture of their little iPad.
Yes, he did put me on the website.
Yeah, on the website. So I'm like, wait a minute. That head looks familiar. It looks like TyrellNotTyler.
So actually, photo by Buds. Buds was he's also a dope photographer.
Wow.
New talent. He just got picks up a talent every day.
Wow.
So
Not even
picture.
surprised.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those guys.
Yeah.
So he put me on the website. That was it. It was a photo shoot we did near his old MakeWay Studios on Dilliglees. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
So I hear you're having some new songs coming out, and you already have some songs already out. So what kind of genre do you fall into, or do you even fall into a category?
Okay, so at the sake of sounding a little cheesy, I'm an Aquarius. Okay, so
Same here.
how it is with Aquarius is labels. I hate labels.
Yeah,
so I would really
yeah.
hate to be bottled into a genre. So I'm a songwriter. I could do pop. I could do R&B. Basically, my roots are in R&B because that's the music that I came up listening to. So that songwriting comes from their very tailored style of songwriting. And then I apply that to rap just because I'm an English lit student. So the ability to rhyme words and stuff like that, it's a beautiful art to be able to tap into. So
you're not a jack of all trades, because you're definitely a master at all of them, because I see the way you write, the way you sing, you automatically feel something when it comes to your work. And when you can remember it and you feel something, you know you're listening to an artist. And talking about that, you started with battle rapping before singing?
So initially there was a group on Facebook, I don't remember what it's called, maybe like Montreal Battle Rap or something like that.
Okay.
So I started there where it wouldn't be vocal, we would just write the lyrics out. They'd give you an opponent, you just battle them there. I was smoking opponents. They were getting bodied, and that's where I initially got attention from people like Chrome and Mac Vibes, who goes by 9090V right now. Brand New Buds was also in the group. It was just like, it was a big scene. And so then now that it just like the transition came after a while. Initially when I started, I didn't like the idea of battle rap, only because it's an art form where you have to constantly be in aggression versus the other person. So I have to find a way to hate the person. I got to find a way to pick them apart. I love it from a songwriting perspective. So to be able to write that, and then it's chess is what it is. I know exactly what move you're going to put, and I'm going to figure out how to beat that move. So that's why I like it, but that's where I started.
Wow. I love the fact that you mentioned that it's chess, because a lot of business, a lot of the business industries and a lot of music industries, it's all about making the right move, like chess. And I think some people, forget about making the right moves in hip hop. I must be, I'm a victim of that as well. And how important is it for you to battle rap now?
So now I think the best thing about battle rap is that it sharpens the pen. So even if you're gonna do it, it's gonna make your songwriting or rapping just better on another degree, because you have to make sure every line punches. So to be able to punch, it's like how Drake got his beginning. Like the lines, it's those quotable lines which is what makes battle rap so great. So I think it's really important now to do it, but also we're entering into a different phase of just the world in general, where it's getting a little less acceptable to just be bashing people on the regular, you know? We're trying to come together, but I'm 100% down if an opponent wants to get that smoke.
I love that energy.
Yeah.
You're definitely not going to turn down the battle, and I love that.
But
Yeah.
It depends on who it is. Some people don't, you gotta earn your way.
Wow, I love that. And do we see more battle rapping in the future for Tyrell Meeting?
Absolutely. So I'm poised right now to be on the main stage. So I'm one of the artists when it comes to the DMS battle ring. Definitely need to curtail who I'm going to be battling from this point. A clear one, I'm supposed to be battling Dope next. But there's obviously been some stuff brewing with one of those unknown artists like Crazy Ace, you know? Definitely been some stuff brewing with that where people just want to come for people that are not worthy of battling, essentially.
Ooh, did you hear that? I can't wait to get into that. But before we get into that, I have to ask you, where does your influences come from? Because you have soul when you make music, when you sing, even when you're riding on a bike, like you make people connect with you. Where does your influences come from?
So fortunately, I was raised by parents that listen to soul and R&B. So
wow.
my roots are in, like, you know, Stevie Wonder, Babyface, Boyz II Men. You know, like I was really just raised on 90s R&B.
The legends.
My mother she used to clean the house to soul music. So that's where it comes from. But also just like from a very young age, I was just very deeply in love with the idea of love. So the soul's been there, like the idea of just connecting with people. And as far as rhyming, Dr. Seuss, you know.
Ooh, wow.
First book I ever read was a Dr. Seuss book, and then it's just been loving rhyming since then. So my roots come from
That's incredible. Thank you for sharing with that. Thank you for sharing that. Like, as you can see, I'm a little bit speechless because it's nice to get an artist who really understands where their roots are coming from, and it's nice to see an artist who has soul. Sometimes I feel like we're missing that in the hip hop scene and in the music scene. Do you find so sometimes?
Absolutely. So I think we're in an age now, like it used to be where music you had to feel. So I tend to try to write from the perspective of feeling, right? What things I could actually connect to or what other people connect to. Whereas I find now what's happening is people are entering the music industry just to make music, to be an artist, but not an artist to be a rapper. They want the label more than they want the actual genuine art form. And so the soul's super crucial for me. And I feel like we are missing it a lot in some of Montreal and just music in general.
Wow. And I know you love Montreal.
Yeah.
A lot of your inspiration comes from Montreal as well?
You know, like I consider myself a global artist. Montreal definitely has some crazy untapped talent. We definitely have a lot of people that should be way higher, but we just don't have the platform yet. And I feel like we're coming up. We're coming up. You look like people like Nate Husser, who's really making moves in the scene right now. We're definitely on an upward spiral when it comes to this stuff.
Shout out to Nate Husser because what he's doing for Montreal by just, you know, being himself, honestly, is awesome. And I love his tracks. That's really dope. Like fire. And that's a good look on Montreal. So shout out to him for sure. And who did you you know I'm about to ask.
I'm waiting. I'm 100% ready.
Who did you diss?
Okay, so who did I diss? First of all, let's clear the air. I did not diss anybody.
Okay.
I got dissed. I got called out. Okay? So how it happened was Crazy Ace. It's Crazy Ace. Or Claudio Anto Nino or whatever.
All right.
Okay?
You're not going to get into this, Montreal. You're not going to get into this.
You got to.
Yeah.
Because this dude called me out. So essentially he needed to come up. He was at a Run DMS level and he needed to find his next artist that he was going to pick in order to climb. So what he did is he released a track named Crazy Ace versus Everybody. In which case he put my name there.
Okay.
So you put my name and obviously I'm going to have a rebuttal on that. So I came up with a rap after. And then what happened was the dude's got his group, his local crew or whatever, who just hype his stuff up frequently. So then what happened was they kind of just undermined the entire thing. But the real beef started when I was just out having dinner with my sister and the dude filmed me at the place. And he was at the place. Like, he was like calling me soft and stuff like that because I'm eating at a buffet. The dude was at the buffet. How did you film me? You was having the same shrimps I was, bro. So he films me and says, don't come to my neighborhood. Like, I caught you lacking. And I used to live in LaSalle. So if that's where he's from, I could go there. Like, I was there before you were, I'm sure. So he did that. And then afterwards, I just noticed that he did a battle. And in the battle, he called me up personally. Mm-hmm. So in that, well, now it's on. The gloves are off. You want to battle? I'm down to battle. So what's happening now is I noticed he was doing these daily things and talking about how he's like super hyped because he can do these daily things. But what I was noticing is there's not much content in it. So it was bars. You have some lines there, nothing that punches hard, but you definitely have some lines. So he kept going daily. And I said, okay, well, maybe it's time to stop that. No? Maybe it's time to see if he'll continue.
I have to ask you a question before you continue. Mr. Tyrell, me, do you feel like you stopped his daily rapping on those Facebook videos?
Do I feel like I did? I mean, it's evident that I did. It didn't continue afterwards. I think he had like a day, and then he said, I think he said there was other stuff that was going on, but I mean, it just seems a little coincidental that it ended after my battle against him. My little, you know.
Another thing, you sing, right? You're actually a singer. But you're 100% talented, because if you're a singer who DMS picked up and said, yo, all right, who's better, you know what I mean? And the heavies of Montreal like vouch for you, then the talent is definitely there. You
know what, a lot of things about Montreal is like a lot of artists, they'll diss me because I'm on my Facebook, you know, speaking my emotions. I usually write love.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'll talk straight from the heart. So I'll do songs that are mostly love songs and stuff like that. But the fact that the scene knows and respects me enough to know that I could definitely take it to the level where we're doing bar for bar, that means they know that I can write. And a lot of the people, you know, if I take like Chrome, the guy is killing it right now. I'm not gonna, no disrespect to Chrome, 100%, dude is killing it right now. So he already knew that I was a writer. We used to write together at some point. So 100%, yeah.
Wow. Tyrell, you see, this is why you have to do your facts, and this is why you have to look at it from both point of views, and look at an artist's background and what they really have to offer, and not just do it based on business, pretty much. Yeah. Because then you find something that totally blows your mind that you weren't aware of before. Wow. So you definitely shocked me there. And why do you think you caught DMS's attention when you basically came after Crazy Ace?
So, I mean, Crazy Ace kind of like made it so that DMS had to take attention from it, because essentially he dissed every DMS artist. So it was inevitable that DMS was going to be looking. It was a smart move. But I think there's levels to it. So if you're going to come for every DMS artist, you better come hard, or else you're just not going to get the response required. Chrome bodied him. I bodied him, even though he won't admit it. And what I'm noticing now is that he's kind of taking a back step, where initially he calls everybody out, and now he says he's not going to rap unless he's paid for it or something like that. Battle rap.
He said that on our last interview, actually. Yeah.
Dude says he's not. So, you know, if that's what it is, I definitely want to see the battle happen. I will put money down against him if he really wants to do it. And if he doesn't, well, then we're going to talk about who's the one backing out at this point, you know?
You definitely taught me something today. You see, you learn something every day, guys. You learn something every day, and I'm a huge fan. And I've been really following you because you're not just a battle rapper, you're not just a singer, you're not just a songwriter, you're the whole package.
I appreciate it.
And he also has the look. He also has the look, ladies. Like, you know, I'm telling you, he has the look. Like, you need to continue to follow Tyrell on his grind. I'm telling you, you're not going to be disappointed. I'm definitely not disappointed. I'm glad I got to talk to you today. And what do we have in stores for Tyrell?
So it's been a long process, but I have an entire tape already finished.
Wow.
Not at liberty to release the title yet.
Okay.
But I am also working with MakeWay Studios to produce the first video for the video. I mean, for the tape.
Yeah.
Also, Guillaume Parisien, he's an amazing director. He's going to be directing the thing. It's going to be a movie. It's not a music video. It's really going to be a movie, and I'm really excited about it.
Big things. Woo.
Big tunes.
Woo.
And also there's a website coming once everything drops. But this is all the time we're working on it right now. COVID kind of put a stop to things.
Yeah.
Things are moving now. So.
For everyone. But you gotta keep grinding, Montreal. Gotta keep moving.
Nice.
We need artists to make it. We need Montreal artists to make it, honestly. And so sitcoms. I heard you want to get into sitcoms. Is that true?
So my basis, like, I really think acting is crazy. I took a course at Concordia.
Wow.
Where we were doing acting for stage, essentially. And I honestly think I was never more present. You know, like sometimes you feel like you're distant from what's going on in life. To be 100% present in the moment, acting really takes you there. But to be able to do a sitcom, what I found is just like, it's such a vibe. Like the energy. I was watching the bloopers for Seinfeld, and then it was just, they were laughing, everybody's having a good time. I just really want to be part of that type of vibe. So yeah, sitcoms for sure, if that's possible.
That's incredible. And so what's amazing about this whole situation is that, like, singer, songwriter, acting, that's what artists used to be like back in the day. If you had to be an artist, you had to know how to act. Yeah. You had to know how to sing. And you had to know how to dance. Imagine that. Like, if you got the boogie, like, you can move, sing and dance.
I can lay it down.
Whoa.
A little bit of a dancer.
So to view you on stage, your energy is definitely high on it.
I mean, yes, definitely. I'm not going to be one of the artists that pretend like I have an amazing ego on stage. I do suffer with performance anxiety sometimes. Yeah, hit during the last battle. I'm constantly in other people's minds, so I'll go on stage and I'll be wondering what the audience is thinking. So the thing about battle rap, which is just a circle back there, like a person like Crazy Ace, he feeds for the audience's attention. So the fact that he's in a small group right now, the group hypes him up. So he'll say a line, they'll yell, and there's a celebration in that. When you get to the main stage, it's a little different. You don't hear those yells as frequent. So when you're looking for that attention from the bars you did and you don't get it, that gets to your head. Now, if you can push through it, great. Sometimes it takes a step back, and that's what happened in the second round. But you push through it as an artist, and so yeah, definitely. I do have the energy, but I definitely have stuff, as far as the anxiety.
This is why there's no script here, guys, as you can see, because I just need to talk with Tyrell meeting. I'm a little choked up because this guy, when he speaks, when he raps, when he writes, you feel everything, and your energy it hits people, you know what I mean? And I think that's why we love you. The 514OnlineMix team loves you so much.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Oh, we appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we really do. We love you so much, and we love your vibe. We love your music. We love your energy, and we love the fact that you're not afraid to be human as an artist. Do you feel like people like that as well?
Artistry, essentially, that's what it is. It's supposed to be about you bearing your soul on the track. So even if you're a rapper, that's what it is. So for me, I feel like a lot of people aren't, but also I totally understand too. It's a vulnerable place to put yourself if you're going to
100%.
Yeah. 100%.
And you definitely put your heart in your music. There's no doubt about that. And your energy is so on fire. I'm telling you.
Namaste.
Namaste for namaste. And you're not afraid to be real. We really appreciate that because I don't know, I mentioned it before, I do battle with mental health issues too, and I have performance anxiety as well. So just doing something that you love is so important to people. We need to talk about, like, not only the glory of the road, but the trials and tribulations it brings too. And I find that you're not afraid to educate the younger artists on all that too, and we thank you for that, because there are going to be a younger generation watching this one day as well. So
absolutely, it's important to push through it. A lot of the times those fears will tell you to back out. So like performance anxiety will tell you to get off stage. It'll tell you not to rap or something like that. But if you push through it, eventually you'll get more comfortable with it. And then that's the essential part. So you have to do the work essentially, but it's hard. It's hard.
Wow. And do you have any merch that we can wear one day? Is that coming soon? Because I'm definitely gonna buy some then.
I stopped to figure out. So merch is all. I can't really I don't think I can market TyrellNotTyler as a merch. Yeah. So really, what we're gonna do is probably associate it to the album, lyrics and stuff like that. That might go as far as merch.
I heard the word album. The album coming out.
So that's the mixtape. I don't know if we're labeling it a mixtape or an album. It really is super well crafted. So I could definitely sell it as both. But yeah, that.
Wow, that's amazing. So I'm looking forward to listening to that and seeing your music videos coming soon too, hopefully. And I want to listen and watch what you're gonna do because you put your emotion to it. Have you been hurt before? Because I see some of your posts. You get deep on them.
Okay,
I want to hear this from a man's point of view. I think men need to hear this.
All the tea today. Okay, definitely. Yeah, I've been hurt.
Got my tangerine cup?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of men, we're in a place where we're not able to talk about what we've gone through. I've definitely been hurt. I've had my heart broken several times, and I think that's just what happens when you put your heart out there. I don't fault anybody for it because it's everybody's personal journey. If somebody hurts you, they're kind of just going through whatever they have to do to make themselves happy. But yeah, I've been hurt. I've had to struggle with, my own demons and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely. And the important part is I try to write through it. So if I could put it in a song, it's kind of cathartic. It lets you go through it a little bit better.
Wow, to see the people need to hear the emotion in these artists. You're on 514OnlineMix, and we're here with the great Tyrell Meaning. And I don't think this is going to be the end of it. I hope you would come back to talk to us very soon.
I would love to.
And so we can watch and continue your journey because, as you heard, we're huge fans. We're really huge fans.
Yeah.
And thank you for putting your soul and your heart into music because you have people who are watching that and looking up to you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So we definitely respect you as an artist. We love you. It's Tyrell Meaning. Come on, man. 514OnlineMix.
514OnlineMix.
Lucky to have you, boss, man. See you.
Life's up and sometimes I feel like just ditch and say goodbye, but mom and